Shalom, shalom. I'd like to give all praise and all honors to. Salaki about that. The phone call came in as soon as I started, to do the video. So, So I'd like to give all praise and all honors to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elects. Shalom, brothers. And we're very thankful to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, for placing it within our mouths what it is for us to say according to the word in the spirit. Okay, today's lesson, welcome to today's lesson. I'm your brother, Hebrew Israelite brother, Mashaba, here in the city of Detroit. Today's lesson is on Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 3. You see, and we're starting off, we're going into this scripture because, one, we're getting more and more closer and closer into these prophecies playing out, in real time. And the life of the scriptures are starting to come up off the pages and starting to be actual reality for people to see. And they cannot ignore no more. And then nor can they gainsay the fact that the fairness that the Lord has been bringing out and pushing into this truth has been us. We've been pushing the truth all around this world, like a flood. We've been coming at it. Yahweh Shai has been lifting us up like a standard. You understand? That's what's been going on, and that's what's been happening. You see? And so, this Jeremiah chapter 51, starting off in verse 3. Against him that bendeth like the archer bendeth his bow. You see, against him that bendeth, who? Esau is Edom. Esau is Edom, bendeth the bow. Yahweh Shai, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai is using Esau is Edom, sharpening him like a weapon because he's going to be used, to destroy himself. Esau is Edom is on a self-destructive path that he cannot get off of. And Yahweh Hashem Yahweh has made sure of this. And against him that lifted himself up in his bregaden, and spare ye not her young men. You see, spare not the young men, because the young men here in America are hit. They through. And they're not going to get a chance to do all the different things that us old schools, we got a chance to live our lives and enjoy our lives. We got a chance to do things, try things, make mistakes, try something else, learn this, learn that, try this, try that, make mistakes, try something else. We had our chance to grow and do and be and pave the way for the younger generation behind us. But the young men of the day, they're too busy trying to be feminine, effeminate. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. You see, these will not get into the kingdom of heaven. Effeminate is one of them. You understand? Now, effeminate is somewhat of a simp, a man that has female tendencies. He's not a man. He's not a woman. He's a male lesbian. You see? And so, reading on, and spare ye not her young men. Destroy, right, spare not the young men, because, look at the young men of the day. What are they? And, they caught up on within themselves in all kinds of drugs, crack too. The young man of the day is on crack. It used to be an old man's thing to be on crack. No, it's a young man's thing. The young man is on crack now. Check the Federal Bureau of Statistics. The majority of the crimes, homicides, rapes, murders, assault and batteries, B&Es, carjackings, home invasions, arsons, all these different things, the child molestations are done primarily more so by younger men than anyone else. And they're on drugs, you see, and they do these things, you see. Destroy ye utterly all her host. All those who represent these strongholds of America. All this is going to be brought down, come to low, when Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai starts implementing the different procedures that he has waiting to roll out upon society to shut America down and to question America and destroy America in so many different ways. You got the new surge that's coming, that's about to unfold, and it's going to have a new strand. a new strain to go with it, and then you're going to have different things that are going to happen that's going to cause a lot of people to actually drop dead. When they catch the new strain and different things, it's not going to be when they contract it, they die in weeks or months. No, it's going to be in days, hours and days, you see. And that's what the thing of that is, you see. And these things are occurring more so as we go deeper into Yahweh's troubles, you see. And so they're going to play out. We're going to go into some precepts right here concerning that verse. And we're going to start off with Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon, talking about America, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Assyria, Asia, Nineveh, Idumea, Basra, you see, the great city, the great whore that sits upon the beast, talking about America, you understand? Babylon, you see. Round about all ye that bend the bow, you see, get the bows ready inside the silos to get those thermonuclear bombs, the thermonuclear ICBMs ready to be launched. Shoot at her, launch. Shoot at her, launch. Spare not. Spare no arrows. That means no ICBM missiles. Spare none. For she has sinned against the Lord. You see, we bear the indignation of the Lord because we've sinned against him. You see, and America has sinned against the Almighty Father, Yahweh, because that Esau is Edom, that red devil has stole a man. Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. And that man he has stolen is us. And we are still have been found. We're still found in his possession, even though he has tried to sell and has sold us. You see, we are still found in his possession. Surely he shall be put to death. Thus says Yahweh Shah. You see, and the only way to cleanse the land or the blood that's been shed is to cleanse the land by the blood of him who has shedded the blood. Esau is Edom. Blood must be shed. You see. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 41. Behold, a people shall come from the north, you see, from Russia, and a great nation, and many kings, you see, shall be rise up from the coast of the earth. You're talking about all these nations coming up against America because America, the world has gotten tired of America going around and policing everything, telling everybody what to do, coming in with that Christian, democratic, Roman, draconian law systems and different things, and feminism. Okay, letting the women do what they want to do over in different countries and different things, but that has not been part of their society, because it's a true known fact. With the woman, she has one of the most important roles, jobs that there is that you can have, and that's being the homemaker and being there for the children. You see, and to see after the home while the men go out in the streets. You see, that's the order of the Almighty Father. How about Shem Yahushua? You see, it was not meant for a woman to be all out in the streets and chasing her career, chasing her goals, chasing all out to her friends, chasing all out to this, that, and the other. It's for her to be there with the kids. It's for her to be there being a homemaker, because somebody got to maintain the foundation of the family. Okay? I'd like to take this time to remind you to press the like button and the subscription button if you haven't already, and press the notification bell so that way you will receive special notification alerts each time that I release a new video for your spiritual edification. And so also, hopefully you shall be provoked to thought by this video, and also as good shepherds of the Lord, maybe you shall find some precepts in this video that you can put together with some precepts that you have, that you can put together an edifying video that you may provide good grazing grounds for the sheep to graze in the pastures of the Lord and his word. You understand? So let's get back into this. You see? And so, and many kings shall be rise up from the coast of the earth. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 42. And they shall hold the bow. You see? That means they got them ICBMs. You see? Iran announced that they got the new supersonic ICBM. ready and poised, and all those American ships, the Eisenhower, the battleships, and all those is in a golf course. You see, assisting Israel in its murderous task and what it's doing. You see, but ultimately everything is that's being done is under the order of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You see, and we understand this. We know this. You see, and the lands. You see, and the lands. You see, sticking forth with thy power, and they are. Let's see. Okay. And they are cruel and will not show mercy. No, no. You see, even with what Netanyahu is over there doing right now, is he showing mercy to the people? He's supposed to be going after Hamas, but at the same time, well, how many did they say now? 15, 17,000 Gamalians, Palestinians. You see. And so they should not have mercy. He's not having mercy on them, and all this is part of Jacob's troubles. And again, all that is coming around to America because what you see happening in Ukraine, and what you see, I better plug in my battery. What you see happening in Ukraine, and what you see happening over in Gaza is on its way over here to America. You see, these things are for sure to occur and happen. You had all those soldiers that's been coming in from the UN, coming in through the southern borders of America. You got the different terrorist groups and sleeper cells that are already here from Iran and Libya and Yemen and ISIS and Afghanistan and all these different places that are already here in America. Plus, you got the domestic terrorists that are here that are waiting to be unleashed. Plus the militia groups, they're waiting to be unleashed. Plus the government himself is waiting to unleash all these different things and technologies that's going to be coming against the American citizens. What are you going to do? Are you getting ready? The Bible says once you see the armies gathering, the soldiers gathering outside of the gates of the cities, that lets you know it is something that's about to go down, and it's about to go down real soon. We ain't got time. Remember, the Lord made it clear, Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20. Hide thyself, if but for a little time, in thy chamber, until the indignation of the Lord has passed. You see. Hide thyself for a time. You see. And that's what it's coming down to. Because no more will ye be able to go out and do the different things that you want to go ahead and do. Once they declare martial law and everything starts shutting down, it's going to be convenient at the same time for them to declare the draft. While you got martial law troops already out there, roaming the streets, 10, 15, 20,000 strong. You see. Go ahead and round up the young men, age 18 through 32 for the draft, and the young women too. All these things are going to be happening, going on. You see, their voice shall roar like the sea, the tumultuous noise of the people roaring in the streets and in the cities, like a roaring sea, because the people are afraid, they're scared, they're being tormented. They live in turmoil. Jake, all of his days are not assured. His dwelling place. His dwelling place, you see. And they shall ride upon horses, you see. I'm talking about like the ICBMs, missiles. They shall ride like horses on powers, every one put in array, you see. They shall come. All those thermonuclear ICBM missiles, they're going to be perfectly aligned. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, going to have everything perfectly aligned, but they're not going to touch one another. But they're going to be as soldiers coming across walls and coming across through the windows. The devastation and destruction that they shall bring. Like a man to the battle, they shall come. You see. They shall come against thee, O daughter of Babylon. Talking about America. Talking about America, baby. That's what it's about. So many of you who are wondering what you should be doing right about now, you should be getting yourself together. You should be studying this word. You should be pushing this truth. You should be making sure you maintain within the spirit of the Lord. You see, that's what you should be doing. Studying, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. Study to show thyself approved. You see? Always is what we're supposed to be doing. Showing ourselves approved to Yahweh. Never mind trying to show yourself approved to man, because let the Lord be the truth and every man be a liar. You understand? Every brother standing beside you on the line up in the camp. He going through things, you going through things. You're both still dealing with carnal minds. You're doing what you can to push the truth. But Satan's still able to come after you. So you got to watch yourself that you're not toxic to yourself. That you're not toxic to yourself. You see, that's why we study, to keep ourselves steadfast in this word, so that way we're always nourished in this word. John chapter 6, verse 63. It is the spirit that quickens the flesh. The body gains nothing. The words that I speak to you, they are of spirit, they are of life. You see, Salaki, roughly paraphrasing. Jeremiah chapter 46, verse 4. Harness the horses, that's the powers, and get up, ye horsemen. You see, the mighty men, that the soldiers, as well as what the ICBM missiles, and stand forth with your helmets. You see, helmets. That means thermonuclear warheads. You see, on the missiles. That's the helmets, furbished. You know, the spears. You see, those are missiles, and put on the brigandines. You see, they're getting ready. There's going to be multiple heads. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 25. The sword without and terror within. Because in every household, the Lord, when he's dividing right now, every household, 5, and there's 5 in the house, 3 should be against 2, and 2 should be against 3. The father should be against the son should be against the father, the mother against the daughter, and daughter against the mother, and every thereof, every family member thereof. The house should be divided. Therefore, every eye shall be evil against one another in the household. Every household shall be divided. As the Lord, when he comes, everything is going to be completely in array. We're going to be in the midst of World War III. It's going to be blood and then bodies everywhere. You see? Did you see the videos where the fighters, the Hamas fighters, as they creep into the houses, the body cams, as they creep through the houses, you show it. They was coming through. They was thrusting through the people. Pow, pow, pow. Thrusting through the people. Thrusting through. That means shot dead. A lot of that's going to be happening all throughout the neighborhoods. Remember, they're going to be using the robotic androids, soldiers, and they're going to be in sync with the drones. And the drones are going to be in sync with the robotic dogs that's going to have the rifles strapped to their backs. It's going to be a devastating thing. You're going to be a block away and hear pow. You better duck if you have time. Because each time when they shoot, when you hear pow, a body dropping. You see? Hopefully it's not yours. Shall destroy both the young man and the virgin. See? You young men and you young women. You young women, just like they were over there in Ukraine, they done killed up a bunch of the young men, and so now they're using the young women and the young boys. We're talking about 13, 14, 15 years old inside the war over there. Same thing they're going to be doing over here in America. So you young women, y'all ahead. Y'all ahead. Y'all ahead. You see. And the suckling also with the man of gray hairs. You see, that means an old man holding a baby. The old man holding a baby, the suckling, that's the baby. Also with the man of gray hair. An old man holding a baby ain't going to have no peace. When the devastation of the Lord comes through, those Gorga troops, when they come through martial law, they coming through with devastation. They ain't coming through the play. All the playing time is going to be over with. You got your play time now. You got what you're doing now. You better be trying to find out who the Lord is. Because when Amos chapter 8, verse 11, when there's a famine of the word, you're going to be wishing that you heard all these that we've been saying to you. As if you're listening, the Lord said, he who has a word, he who has an ear, let him hear. Psalm chapter 137, verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. You see? Here we go again. Salaki, y'all. The phone call that came in. Don't you just hate that sometimes? You're trying to make a video. Your phone call come in. These things happen. Okay. Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones. And that lets you know at a time like that, when that time comes, Edom is going to be completely thrown down. You see, there won't be no Edomites running around saying, don't do that. No, you can't do that to the Edomite children. Happy will he be that dashes thy little ones against the stones. You see? Isaiah chapter 13, verse 10. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. You see? When the time comes, it's going to be so much to cover the skies. It's going to be darkness. It's going to be all types of smoke. When my house going through the furnace of adversity, going through the furnace of purification, when Yahweh, burnt up my house, I had a 2-family flat right here in the city of Detroit, a 2-family flat that I had been living in and working on for 5 years, and the Detroit Land Bank, they still wouldn't give me my completion. After 5 years, they still wouldn't give me my completion. You see, they tried to make they tried to make there to be no account for my labor. You see. Anyway, Yahweh fixed them, and took me through the furnace of adversity. One of those ion lithium batteries blew up and burned down my house, whole house. Like a big giant fire eraser burnt off the whole top of the house. It was a 2-family flat burned down to a single. My hater neighbors, they called in to the city of Detroit and put in for an emergency immediate demolition. Now it's just an empty field. You see, but when my house caught on fire, it was so much smoke all throughout the neighborhood. Everybody, their eyes were staining. My eyes were staining. I had to run past the fire to get out. And I had but a split second. When I tried to turn back, it was billowing smoke and fire and flames. And I had some dragon breaths inside there. You know what dragon breaths is, don't you? You know what dragon breaths is? And they 12 gauges. They 12 gauges with that's got that stuff in it. When you pull the trigger on that, pow! It blasts a whole wall of fire about 60 feet. You see. And I had about 3 of those inside there as well. The fire department had to hold back because all that ammo kept going off. Pow, pow, boom, pow, boom, pow, 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 boom, pow. That shit kept going off, And so, anyway, I lost 6 guns. So, our weapon of warfare are not carnal, and they're spiritual. So, anyway, but all that smoke that was in the air, it made it real difficult and too difficult and thick to breathe and everything. And I was standing across the street from the house, watching the house burn, with everybody else. Imagine all the houses in the neighborhoods burning without there being any fire department. No ambulance, no fire, no police services. When they declare martial law this time in America, it ain't gonna be no 911. 911 gonna be turned off. You see, ain't gonna be no fire department, ambulance, or police services. Every man, woman, and child are gonna be on their own. The time of lawlessness is what it's called. You see, everybody. You can see, the children walking down the street ain't got no mama, no daddy. They 2 and 3 years old. No mama, no daddy. They mama, daddy dead. Dead bodies laying here and there. Dogs eating on flesh. rotten flesh. You see other people cooking and cutting on flesh and cooking other human beings out in the open. You see. You see. You see. When these things get raw like this, when society becomes when reality of what you see is what you cannot change the channel on. When you right now when they talk on the news about what's going on in Gaza, we see that on the news and then we can just change the channel. Just wait till when the time comes when you can no longer change the channel. When it's outside directly in front of your face, up to thy gates. You see? You see? When you see and smell the stench of dead bodies. You smell the stench of dead body before? I smelled the stench of dead body before. You never forget that smell. You see? You never forget that smell. You see? You see? You see? You see? I've helped and assisted in carrying bodies before. I know what that smell like. I know. You see? But that's going to be all over, all throughout all the neighborhoods, everywhere. The stench of dead bodies, rotten. You see, here and there, everywhere. And the smell of cooking flesh, human flesh. You see? And the consolations thereof shall not give their light. You ain't going to be able to see the stars, all the smoke and debris, and all that in the air. You see? All these different things that's going to be going on. You see? It's going to be crazy. Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you who wait upon the day of the Lord. For what end is it to you? For the day of the Lord is a day of darkness, of no light. You see? Ain't going to be no light. Ain't going to be no light. You see? Just as it says right here. And the consolations thereof shall not give their light. You see? The sun shall be darkened. You see, in his going forth. That's in the daytime. Because when you have ICBM missiles landing, boom, going off, the brightness, that thermite causes such a brightness. The accounts that people gave dropped in Hiroshima, even when they turned their backs, it's like the light shines still through their head. It was too bright for their eyes, and they found themselves temporarily blind. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. The Bible makes it clear the eyeballs shall roll out of their sockets, melt out of their sockets. And the moon shall not cause her light to shine. You see? So day and night. It's going to be horrible. Verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil. The hard times. You see? You see, all these hard times, bad times are coming. And the wickedness for their iniquity. You see? But there's much iniquity, hardship, and everything that goes on, that goes around, that goes down, all around town. There's hardship everywhere you turn. Behind every door of every home, there's a whole new world of hell that every human being is going through. Wait till when you can no longer be behind closed doors and the hell is all around you, outside with you. And the houses are all burned down. And you have to sleep there, outside. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to sleep under a tree with a knife in one hand and a brick boulder in the other. And the temperature's down in its 40s. I know what it's like. I've been through it in the 90s. I know what that's like. Do you understand? And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. You see? When you can no longer find food to eat. When you can no longer sleep because there's so much hell going on around you. Every creature wants to eat you, including the next human being. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. You see? You see? And so these are the things that's coming to America. There's nothing that you can do to stop it from coming, because America, the great whore that sits upon the beast, NATO, you see, has brought forth much wickedness upon the face of the earth, but the whole world has become polluted with the wickedness of America, you see. And so, as all the nations gather around her to fire their arrows at America, she shall be destroyed, for she is Babylon. America is Babylon. And there's no way around the understanding of it. We know what it is, right? We know what it is. So, Lord's willing, you were edified by today's lesson. We're going to go ahead and end the video off there, okay? This is your Hebrew Israelite brother, H.I.D, here in the city of Detroit, okay? As a good shepherd, providing good edifying pastures for the sheep to graze. Hopefully, you've seen some precepts here in this video that you can use with the precept that you have, that you can make an edifying video for the sheep to be fed. For we feed the sheep daily, as Yahushua told, as Yahushua said in the temple, I was with thee teaching daily. You see, daily. Daily. We do our due diligence to show that the calling of our election is assured. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 10. We bear the indignation of the Lord because we've sinned against him. He ain't sinned against us. You're not a guru. You're not in charge. Stop being a narcissist. Stop trying to police other brothers and police yourself. Because when the time comes, when Yaakov troubles go down, each and every brother's going to be by himself. You're not going to have the camp brothers to stand right beside and get your inspiration and motivation. You're going to have to stand strong alone and by yourself. Can you go on? Have you been growing? Or are you just a withering fruit, a withering tree? What fruit have you been bearing? What fruit have you been bearing? What seeds have you been planting? This is your Hebrew Israelite brother, Meshaba, here in the city of Detroit. We'd like to give all praises and all honors to Yahweh, and Ba'ashem, Yahushua, and Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, brothers. Stay strong. Stay strong. Stay strong.